Hi, I'm Aparajita Jamwal, AJ for short, and you're watching Yoga with AJ. Today we're going to do Adho Mukha Svanasana, or the downward facing dog pose. You would have seen it often as part of the Sun Salutation series. It's a very popular posture, good for relieving back pain, and when performed correctly, it looks like an inverted V. A few precautions if you're practicing the pose today. If you're in your later stages of pregnancy, avoid the pose. If you have high blood pressure or a headache, I'll show you some variations of the pose. You can practice with a stack of pillows or a bolster under your head. If you have diarrhea or any stomach disorder at the moment, avoid the pose because it will stimulate your digestive organs even more. Anyone with carpal tunnel syndrome should avoid the pose, and if you have any injuries in your wrists, your elbows or your shoulders, avoid practicing or practice with caution. So I'm going to show you the pose once and then we'll break it down for you. So we'll do a few warm-ups, and for that we'll come to a standing position. So slowly come up and measure out your feet hip width apart. So your feet are directly under the hips. Inhale and bring the arms up. Relax the shoulders into their sockets. Feel your stomach and your thighs working. Hold on to your elbows with either hand. If this feels very difficult and your shoulders start to hunch, you can just keep your arms shoulder width apart, palms facing each other. Inhale one more time. As you exhale, slowly fold forward. Slowly waking up the lower body, the back and the hamstrings. We're just going to move from one side to another like a rag doll. Continuing to breathe in a relaxed way as you're doing that. And then if you feel good, just allow your body to hang down, or you can hold on to your elbows. If you feel like being higher, you can be higher. The thing to keep in mind is no pressure on the lower back and no protest, no pain in the hamstring. So you're just slowly waking up the body. Make sure your knees don't come in. Keep the knees out in line with your ankles and your toes. Parallel. Relax there. Take 3 deep breaths. And wherever you are, inhale to slowly come up. If your arms are up, straighten the arms. Rest the shoulders into their sockets again. Relax the arms one more time. Coming down to the floor. Sit back. Bring the knees close to each other, sitting on your heels. If you feel very uncomfortable sitting like this, it could be for 2 reasons. It could be tightness in the knees, in which case you need to take a towel, roll it up, or a yoga mat and place it underneath, like so. This is a little too high, but something that takes the pressure off your knees. So you place it on your heels or in your calf. If you feel uncomfortable here because the tightness is in your ankle, then you can roll up your mat or place a roll towel under the ankles, so your ankles can relax. So you're going to stay in this pose for a while. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, fold forward. If you can bring your forehead down, bring it down. Hands close to the feet, elbows resting on the floor if you can. Otherwise, make a fist with your hand. Place it under your forehead. If you're much higher, you can make 2 fists, rest there, relax the shoulders. We're just going to stay in child's pose for 5 to 6 deep breaths. You may feel like you can't sit back on your heels and you're higher up. That's fine too. You can place something underneath your hips, between the hips and the heels, to make yourself feel comfortable. Wherever you are, just resting there. Inhale to come up. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Step the legs back. Bring them, the knees, directly underneath your hips. Inhale to stretch up like a cat. Exhale, curve your back, round it. Inhale again, releasing the lower back, upper back. Exhale. One more time. Inhale and stretch up. Exhale. Come to a neutral spine. Don't let your stomach hang down. Draw the navel in towards the spine. Neutral is when you're neither arched nor curved, but in a relaxed place. Your hands are pressing into the floor or into your mat with your weight on all 4 points of your palm, near the bases of the fingers as well as towards the base of the palm, not into the wrist. Make sure this doesn't happen to you. Move the shoulders away from the ears. down the back. Curl the toes under, keep the stomach active and just bring the knees off the mat for a moment. Keep the neck in line with your body. Continue to breathe there. Take 3 deep breaths using your stomach. And gently come down. Once more rest. Draw the knees into each other. Release the wrists. Let's do 10 of these. 3. Just keep breathing normally. 4. 5. You can roll your wrists either from the inside to the out, outside to the in, whichever you like. 8, 9 and 10 and reverse it. 10 of them at your own pace. 7, 8, 9 and 10. Relax the arms. Maybe a few shoulder rolls. Wake up the shoulders. 5 times one way. 5 times the other way. So your upper body as well as your legs, your calves, your hamstrings should feel a little more awake now. Take the hands further forward. Step the feet back. And try to press your palms down into the floor. Press your hips up towards the ceiling. Keep the knees bent. So we'll try the first variation of downward facing dog with the knees bent. We're trying to straighten and lengthen the back and put all the way down into the palms. Press down into the forefinger and the thumbs. Stay there for 3 deep breaths. And slowly bring the knees down to the mat. Bring them closer to each other. Rest for a moment again in child's pose. Coming back, place the arms in front. Important thing about your shoulders, you want to press them down into the sockets and have them in an open position. So the inner arm will come up, the outer arm will move down in order for your shoulder to rotate externally, to open. But the opposite is happening with the forearm because you're pressing down into the palm. So the forearm comes in as the upper arm moves out. It feels like it's impossible, but just remember to press down into the forefinger and the thumb and try and bring the outer arms down towards the floor, not having the shoulders in, but in a relaxed open position. Let's try moving back with the legs just a little bit and pressing up. Again with bent knees. Let's repeat what we did on the floor. Press down into the forefinger and the thumb. Bring the outer arms down towards the floor. Now try to lengthen and straighten the back. You don't want to curve the back like this. You want to lengthen it. So you have your feet about hip width apart. Knees are bent and you're trying to straighten out your back as much as you can. Your ears can be between your arms. You can look back at your knees if you like. Take 3 more deep breaths there. And from there now, see if you can bring your right heel down towards the floor. Stretching out that calf as much as you can, the hamstring all the way up into the hip. And gently bending that right leg. Press the left leg down. See if you can bring the heel all the way down. Try not to move too much in the hips as you're doing this. Interchange. Try not to let this happen. Try to keep the hips where they are. And just moving with your breath now. You can go a little faster if you like. Last time. Bend the knees again. Come back to child's pose. Rest. And slowly coming back up. So let's try the pose now with straight legs. You're going to take your arms ahead, maybe a foot ahead of your body. Press the palms down. This can tend to happen. The forefinger and the thumb releasing contact with the floor when you come up into the pose. So press down really strongly. Bring the shoulders down. Open the shoulders. Step the legs back. You don't want your feet to be too far away from your body. You need to gauge. You don't want them to be too close. Find the right distance. You can be with slightly soft knees at first. Press down into the mat with the hands and see if you can bring the heels down towards the floor. See how you feel with the neck. You can keep the ears between the arms if you like. Continuing to bring the outside of the arms down towards the floor. Or look back at your knees or even at your navel if you're comfortable there. If you feel any strain on your neck, release. If you've been practicing this pose for a while, see if you can bring the toes of the mat, all the toes, bring them off the mat and press the heels down into the floor or down into the mat. Pressing down into the palms at the same time. Take 2 more deep breaths, gently drawing the energy up from the heels, all the way up into the hips. Relax the toes back towards the mat. When you look back at your feet, you shouldn't be able to see the insides of your heels. Your feet are hip width apart. Take a nice long inhale. As you exhale, bring the knees down onto the mat. Rest in child's pose. Rest for as long as you like. You can pause the video. We're also going to try a variation for people who have a headache, or if you have high blood pressure, if you have any medical condition, it's always best to practice yoga under the guidance of a teacher. So you have your bolster down on the mat. You can have a stack of pillows or a yoga block if you don't have a bolster. Walk to the point where you are ready to go into the pose and rest the top of your head on the top of the bolster. You can practice the pose this way. So there's no pressure on your head, it's relaxed. Shoulders are moving away from the ears, they're open. Feet are hip width apart. You can also try with bent knees if your hamstrings protest. Try and straighten your back as you do that. Try not to let the back round. And to rest, you come down and rest in child's pose once more. Those of you who have been practicing this pose for a while, you can try a more intense variation. You can try 3-legged dogs. So you're in your pose. At first, transfer all your weight into your hands, your left foot. Try not to let your shoulders move as you bring your right leg off the mat. Take a few deep breaths there. Bring right leg back. Place it on the floor, transfer weight into that foot, the right foot, both hands. You don't want the shoulders to shift as you lift the left leg up on an inhale. Make sure your ears are in between the arms. If your heel comes off the mat, that's fine. You can hold the pose this way as well. On the next exhale, bring the leg down and rest in child's pose. So that was downward facing dog. Some of the benefits of the pose are that down dog will strengthen the muscles of your wrists, your arms, your shoulders, as well as strengthening and stretching your back. It helps you stretch your hamstrings, that's the muscle at the back of your thigh, your calves, your ankles and your feet. If you have trouble sleeping, if you have insomnia, the pose can be beneficial for you. It also helps relieve backaches and calm down the mind. So that was downward facing dog with me, AJ. Remember to subscribe to the channel, Mind Body Soul, and stay connected to yourself.